Why did they name you a captain? What do you think your teammates gave you that great honor for?
I think overall, just starting back in January, my approach to the winter off season, the spring, and the summer, knowing that it was my last year, and I kind of approached each day with kind of a relentless attitude, going out there having fun with the guys. And I think being a captain has a lot more to do with the play on the field, having a great rapport with the entire team, because they do vote, and that's a huge deal, I think, when it comes to that. And I think I try to take that approach of having a great rapport with everybody in the locker room, going up to them, being able to have a relationship with each guy, and also with my play during the spring and the summer, and also through fall camp.
Talk to me about what is it with you and Clancy's system. I mean, they go together, perfectly. I mean, when Clancy was here the first time, you were having success, you were on the rise, and now, of course, he's back, and everything is starting to fall in place for you. What is it about his system that allows you to excel the way you do?
I think overall Clancy's system is it's pretty simple. It's simple, it's fast, and I think you guys got to see that in the first half with all the emotion that we played with, a lot of adrenaline. Right. And with that system is something that we're going to build on. I know we had a few busts throughout the game on Saturday, but just a glimpse of what we had in that first half. The defense is so aggressive, so fast, and guys flying around everywhere. It keeps the opposing team on their toes at all times. It's nothing vanilla about the defense. And I think that's the huge part of it. It's just it keeps everybody on their toes as far as what we're facing, especially with these young quarterbacks that we're going against, just like we did on Saturday. It was something to keep them a little bit off balance. He does a great job with that game planning each week.
Yeah, as you said, I mean, it was a dominant performance, at least for a while, except for a couple busts. Explain to us sort of what happens on a play where is it communication more than anything that one guy's basically running one play and another guy's running something else?
Yeah, and I think you guys saw that on the TV, seeing the replays. Yeah. They were pretty clear busts, and in that stadium it was pretty loud. I mean, we didn't have a chance to really communicate with voices. I mean, I kind of lost my voice about through the second quarter, and I think that contributed to it. But also our first time together as a defense in a game atmosphere in this scheme. I mean, things like that were going to happen, and every game is going to have bust. It just happened that every time we misfit or had a bust, they exposed it, and that's something you can't do against a team like that. And I mean, we held on. I mean, through the first half, and it was great. And I think we played on a lot of adrenaline, a lot of emotion. That being the first game of the season, and I think we held them to about 100 yards, under 100 yards total offense in the first half. Yep. Come back in that second half, I think as the emotions died down, guys had to play real football, settle in, get assignments sound. And I didn't think we fully did that, I mean, to the T. So that's something that we got to build on this week, coming back against Utah State.
Okay, now my question comes even before the game started. Now, I was listening to the coin toss, right? They show you the heads, they show you the tails. I could have swore when the coin went in the air, you called heads.
Yes.
And it was heads.
Yes.
How did Alabama get the ball?
I didn't know it wasn't going to be your night at that point.
When you call heads, and explain to me where that broke down.
I didn't really understand because it wasn't a regular quarter. I mean, it was a kind of a souvenir coin. So I didn't know. He didn't tell us which side was heads, which side was tails. I mean, I just called it.
But he said, "Can you throw the challenge flag in the coin toss?" And
the toss was a little bit messed up anyway.
Yeah, she threw it.
It was more of a roll.
But it still ended up heads, right?
Yeah, he didn't tell us which side was heads, which side was tails, honestly.
I mean, I was just surprised from the official coin toss that there wasn't more made about that. I mean, you heard the same thing I heard, right? You called heads.
I called heads.
And then he said, "It's a heads." Alabama, what do you want to do?
Yeah,
right?
Honestly, it was so fast and there was so much emotion. We just wanted to get
it.
We wanted to get the game started.
Right.
You know, Michael, that captain sounds fun. It's a great honor when it happens, but then games like this happen and it becomes a test of leadership. I mean, you know, it's up to the leaders now to as Clay has talked about, to make this game not define the season. So how do you do that as a leader? What do you say?
I think it was pretty clear after that game. I mean, it was a great game, a lot of hype, a lot of emotion, and fun to go out there and play at Cowboy Stadium. But overall, that game doesn't count against our ultimate goal. And I think us being leaders, along with Zach and Max and Adoree, is getting everybody to see the ultimate goal of going to the Pac-12 championship. That game had no effect on that. I mean, it was fun to go out there and play, but getting everybody to see the ultimate goal of going to the Pac-12 championship. And, I mean, this week's game doesn't even affect that either. But it's just getting those guys to see that each week is something for us to build on. And, I mean, going into Pac-12 play is something that we want to get rolling this week, hopefully get a lot of confidence going on offense. get the defense coming out again with that same passion, same emotion. But as leaders, it's for us to see, to get everybody looking at the same goal. And I think that's getting to the Pac-12 championship, taking Pac-12 play each week by week, and one game at a time, not looking forward.
You know, Michael, I covered you in high school when you played for De La Salle. I know you're not used to this losing thing because you were part of that streak at De La Salle. How many games did you win at De La Salle, by the way?
Well, I lost one.
Okay, you lost. Okay, all right. But you were part of the long streak, of course, at De La Salle and all the great things that come from it. How much do you still carry of that foundation that you had from high school, even that sort of works for you today at the college level?
I carry a bunch of it. I mean, just what they taught us as far as preparing for a game. I mean, controlling your emotions going into a game and kind of handling that on the field. I mean, with me, I don't really get too rah-rah before a game, too hyped. I mean, I'm pretty confident in my preparation as far as me, and I think carrying that into the game, the discipline aspect of things, and being a student of the game is a big thing at De La Salle. And I think the way they teach us as young men, allowing us to prepare and be disciplined and come out on that field each week and do the repetitive tasks that's pretty hard to do. To do that over and over and having the fortitude to do that, to complete that task.
Thank you, Michael, for joining us. Good luck on Saturday. Good start to the season with a sack and a half for you, and now a chance to lead this team, lead this defense to even better days ahead.